Thank you. Honorable Van Rooyen.
Arleboge Musa Khotla. Mr. President, as MK Party, we take it as a common cause that in order for you to objectively handle the matter concerning Minister Semilani, you will effectively require that law enforcement agencies should act in consistent and impartial manner in their interpretation and application of the law. But we all know reality dictates otherwise. For example, the NPA itself, as our prosecuting authority, is not without its own blemishes. The Center for Development Enterprise just recently on its report on the 1st of this month lamented what they characterize as dismal record when it comes to initiating prosecutions and securing convictions. The center says there are rogue elements and obstructiveness in NPA. They even recommend that...
Honorable member, if you can summarize, your time is up.
The straightforward question, Mr. President, is that can the President take this House into confidence on how your government of the DA-led coalition will ensure that the state apparatus are not used for spurious reasons? I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable President.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I thought I heard the member say the government of the DA-led something. Now, what we have is a government of national unity, in which...
Order, honorable members. Your answer, I'm sure you'd want to hear. Honorable President.
It looks like I've pressed a very painful button. Now, what we have is a government of national unity in which 10 political parties that are represented here participate, as well as some others participate in a parliament of national unity. Now, I can assure the honorable member that there is just no way.
On a point of order, Speaker. On a point of order.
Yes, thank you very much, honorable member. Sorry, I didn't see you. Honorable Malima.
I think the President is deliberately misleading the House. There's no parliament of national unity. There's no such a thing.
Thank you, honorable member. Mr. President.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. There are parties that are not represented in the government of national unity that are working together with those parties that are part of the government of national unity. And however one describes them is obviously open for discussion or debate. What I wanted to assure the honorable member on is that there is just no intention, no action whatsoever that will be taken in the executive that I lead to utilize state institutions against members or anyone. Those institutions are institutions that we hold in high regard, the highest regard, and they've been granted the independence by our Constitution, and we let them do their work without any fear, favor, or any prejudice. I had occasion to meet with a number of these institutions, together with a number of members of the executive, to deal primarily with their logistical issues, their organizational matters. But I took time to thank them for the work they do, but also gave them the full assurance that we respect their independence and we want to urge them and strengthen them in their resolve to be independent, to act without any favor and without any prejudice. that I repeated ad nauseum to them, and it is out of adhering to the precepts of our Constitution that we need to do that. And we will, Honourable Member, continue to do precisely that and not seek to use any of the arms of the state to take actions against any citizen in South Africa. And those institutions must act independently on their own to do their work, whether it's investigative, whether it's prosecutorial, and whether they have to do anything that will advance the interests of the people of South Africa. Thank you, Honourable Chairperson.
Thank you, Honourable President. Honourable NZ Buthelezi.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable President, since the conclusion of the Commission of Inquiry into state capture, there has been little to deter the ongoing association between corruption and public office. A key reason for this is sadly the failure to prosecute many of those implicated. As the first citizen of the country, it is crucial that you set a strong precedent by unequivocally condemning unethical leadership, as it robs our people of the opportunity to live in a corruption-free South Africa. Can the Honourable President, as head of the Cabinet and State, reassure the nation by explaining how he has addressed this issue in a way that will prevent similar incidents in the future? I thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Honourable President.
Honourable Speaker, I have said repeatedly that one of the objectives that we have embarked upon to deal firmly with the period that we went through of state capture is to ensure that the institutions are strengthened once again. Many of our institutions had become weak, and they had been weakened deliberately. And we have sought and continue to do so to strengthen them by ensuring that they have the independence, reassuring them for that matter, and that they should act in accordance with the law, and they should act without favor or prejudice, as I was saying earlier. Those who have been referred to in various reports, especially the report on state capture, will in the end have to be dealt with by the various institutions whose job and whose function is to either investigate these matters or to act upon them. The day the President gets involved in identifying certain people to be investigated, to be prosecuted, and to be judged, as I've often said, even in the previous Parliament, that is the day we have to run for the hills. The function of the President is, amongst other things, to strengthen those institutions so that they do their work independently. And this, honourable members, I will continue repeating, notwithstanding various suspicions that may fly around, suspicions that may even suggest that the President did this, the Deputy President also did this, and both of us, as we sit at the head of the executive, will never be involved in such activities. We will allow the institutions of our nation to do their work and to give the assurance once again. Whatever name has been mentioned in the State Capture Commission report will be dealt with, will be looked at by those institutions whose job is to do precisely that. And by strengthening those institutions and by establishing others that can strengthen our democracy, I do believe that it puts South Africa on a much stronger and firmer footing where the rule of law, our democracy, becomes stronger and not susceptible to the whims of any individual who may want to take action against certain people that he may like or may not like. So that is precisely where we stand as an executive, and that's precisely where I also stand firmly as the President of the Republic. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, President. Honorable TKS Letlape.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Good afternoon, Mr. President. We are considered honorable and as such need to be guided by ethics and operate way above the requirements of law, guided by our responsibilities and not our rights. What will it take for the President to allow the Minister of Justice a leave of absence to clear the cloud that surrounds her and give the President as much time to consider the matter, whilst preserving the sanctity of the office of the Minister of Justice, to give those of us awaiting justice reason to have hope and faith in the justice system, and that the dignity of the Justice Minister be preserved.
Honorable President.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Dr. Letlape. It will take giving the President the time and opportunity to consider this matter so that finality can then be reached. And so therefore, Honorable Letlape, that's precisely what one has been saying, that, and I may have been thought to be saying it glibly when I said I need time and space to be able to do so. And I'd like to repeat that yes, this matter is under consideration. Thank you very much.